Lupa is releasing today, and she's the most beginner-friendly character we got in RINASCITA so far. Recently, Kuro has been releasing characters that are very strong, but may feel underwhelming if you don't have their tailor-made partners. This happened with Sunny, that wants Phoebe in order to shine, and to a lesser extent, Cartutilla, who has better free options but still loses a lot of potential if you don't have Shakona. And now we are getting Lupa. She does have a premium team using the other Fusion limited characters, but the good news is, even if you don't have Brant and Changli, you can still make a really good team for her. And that's what I mean when I say beginner friendly. Limited characters that you can pull and make powerful teams with them, using only 4 stars and permanent 5 stars that are really easy to get thanks to the selectors you get for free when you're starting out. So whether you are a brand new player looking to build your first team, or maybe you've been playing for a while and already made a team that's destroying the middle tower but then you go to the side towers and you're like, bro, what do I play here? Or my personal case, I already have great options for Glacio, Havoc and Electro, but I don't have any Fusion limited characters and wanna start building a Fusion team. For all those cases, Lupa is gonna be a great pool because we are going to play her with Encore. If you're already subscribed to my channel, you probably watched this video before, where I got a full tower clear using a brand new free-to-play account only 9 days after the account creation. And of course, I was using Encore for that. An Encore that was capped at level 80 and for one of the fights didn't even have a full team of 3. So yeah, Encore, despite being from permanent banner, is a really strong DPS unit. She deals basic attack and fusion damage, and Lupa provides buffs for exactly those types of damage, while also dealing a good amount of liberation damage herself. Before we begin, I wanna clarify something. I'm pulling for Lupa in my main account, and this account is more than 1 year old, so I have some sequences for Encore and Verina. But please don't worry too much about that, because sequences for permanent characters are not very good. As you can see here, my Encore is getting a whopping 3% damage boost from her S2 compared to S0. And I have S4 Verina, but S1 and S3 are for healing only, S4 is a Spectro buff and we are only playing Fusion here, and S2 is good, but it only helps Verina gain Concerto to rotate faster. It's not directly buffing damage at all. So don't worry if you have S0 Encore and S0 Verina, once you build your characters your numbers should be very similar to what you're going to see in this video. Now that this is clarified, let's begin the showcase. And I also wanna mention, when there is a new character release, there is usually a broken buff for them in the middle tower. But it's not the case this time. There is an arrow buff and we are not using arrow at all. So we are almost looking at raw damage numbers here, except for this 10% fusion buff. I'm using Molten Rift, the classic fusion set for Encore, Flaming Clawprint, the new fusion set for Lupa, and the classic healing set on Verina. If you wanna check the builds in detail, they are all at the end of the video. Keep in mind this is full permanent banner weapons. If you have Stream Master, which is the best weapon for Encore at the moment, using this same team you will be picking around 35-36k instead of 29, and that would make the clear a bit more comfortable. Before we test Lupa's weapon, I wanna show you this other team with Mortefi. With this team we lose the healer buff, but we get full access to Packhand buff from Lupa that requires 3 fusion characters. And we also get Empyrean set buff from Mortefi. This team is a pretty good option you can use, especially if you only have one healer and need it for your other team. By the way, to take full advantage of Empyrean set, you will need at least S4 Mortefi. This extends his liberation and keeps applying the set buff for a longer time. S1 gives a 20% crit rate buff, which kind of lets you run crit damage cost 4 echo. You will have like 70% crit rate anyway, or 80% if you have Shorekeeper. You also get extra concerto for slightly faster rotation and the classic interruption resistance. Let's see S2 in action now. This is a 40% fusion buff for the entire team. With S3, Lupa's intro damage will be doubled, and Pack Hunt no longer requires 3 fusion characters, so you can benefit from it even in teams with Verina or Shorekeeper. And you also get a 15% resistance ignore. In conclusion, if you wanna start building a fusion team, Lupa is great value because even if you don't have fusion limited characters, you can still make a really good team straight off the bat using 3 characters only. And from there, if you wanna improve your fusion team, you can pull for Changli or Brand in the reruns, or you can wait for upcoming fusion characters. If you enjoyed this video and wanna see similar showcases and comparisons for future characters, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. I'm leaving with my builds in case you wanna check them out. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope to see you soon.